Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Relationship Sessions with Sissy. Today we have two special guests, my beautiful cousin Dee Dee and her husband Jeff, and they've been discussing with us a little bit on their marriage and different things as far as homeschooling their kids and that sort of thing. So Dee Dee and Jeff, thank you guys for joining us today and being on the channel.
You're welcome.
All right, so we'll jump right into it. All right. Okay, so first question. What is the best part of your marriage and your family of six?
I'll let you answer.
All right. Honestly, the reason we got these 4 kids, no, I'm just playing. No, for real, having actually a family life, for real. We do like we eat dinner together, all of that stuff, the good stuff with the kids and everything. We don't eat dinner until Jeff gets home so we can eat as a family. That's one thing I will instill in them, and I pray that they keep it going. But, when I'm not here, I want them to do it with their family as well. But what about you, babe?
I mean, you pretty much took mine. That ain't what you said you was going to say. but yeah, that's the gist of it. I mean, I look forward to that time when I come home, get to unwind, and then they just kind of tell me about their day. And if I need to, release, she's there for me when I, a lend an ear. So she just listens.
Oh.
That's really good. Now, Jeff, with the hashtag Girl Dad that went viral, how is it having 3 little girls with different personalities, and how has it been coaching them in basketball?
It's tough because each one of them requires different. I mean, even when it comes to discipline, you can't discipline all the same. It's just ways that you got to go about it because they respond differently to, just the different methods. I mean, some of them you can kind of be, you kind of be tough love, and then the other one you can't even bat an eye, and they're gonna run and cry and just shut down. So it's tough, but it's I enjoy it. And as far as the coaching go, they'll tell you I'm 10 times tougher as a coach than I am as a daddy. So
Really?
Yes.
He is. He is. They know.
But they're at the age where I asked them, we had a conversation with just me and them, and I just asked, how serious are they, wanting to, especially basketball. And so if they made the commitment, then I told them they got to be all in, and I am too. So therefore, it's no hose balls. It's either we're gonna get better or I'm gonna break you till you do. So.
Oh, that's good. Y'all got them together, baby. Now, Dee Dee, how is it having your little boy, and what are your fears for him as he grows older?
Wow. So, it was a journey for Junior. We wanted him so bad. Like, I mean, we got 3 girls, and we wasn't gonna stop until we got him. but he's a joy. He's a character. He's very different. He's what they call all boy. Like, I love it though. I really do. I love it. He picks on his sisters and he loves them all at the same time. Some days he favors one. Next day, he's like, I don't like you. But it's a joy having him. And about the future, in today's society,
Yeah,
I wouldn't even, if he wanted to stay at home with me and I can keep him here, I would. Like, honest to God, like, I don't, this world is cruel. That's how I am with all of them, though. It's a cruel world. I fear for him. I fear for all the little, brown skin, black skin, all of us. But that's something I worry about daily. Like, I'm hurt now because of what's happening now. And it hurts me because I got so much anger and so much frustration balled up in me, and I just think about him growing up and what he's gonna face. And the thing is, I know he's gonna be judged. He's 5 years old. He wanted dreads at the age of 4. We started. Yeah, well, he was almost 5, but they're gonna judge him because of his hair, and he knows nothing about,
right.
It's something that he wanted. Actually, he's seen these other high school guys having dreads, and he's like, I want that. And I know by him having dreads, they're gonna judge him by that. not knowing the loving, caring person that he actually is.
Right.
I just have to keep him covered, like, for real.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
My boy trying to get some dreads.
They long, too.
Okay, now, with a total of 4 beautiful kids and attending to their needs, how do you guys find time for date night or attending to each other's needs?
We don't care. We make time. Nah. We really do. We'll go in our bedroom and just close the door and we tell them it's mommy and daddy time. And we'll sit here and we talk. And then sometimes on our date nights and stuff, it doesn't have to be big at all. We, like I told him a while back, we can go to McDonald's. We don't even like McDonald's, but we can go to McDonald's and sit at McDonald's, talk. That'll be our quiet time. That's our time. But some nights his mama may keep him, my mama may keep him, and they'll call and say, well, can we have the kids? Or actually, last date night we had, I think mama said, I'll keep the kids, y'all go on a date.
Oh.
So they help out a lot, like with that. Like they know. But we always try to make it once a month? We said once a month at least. We're gonna take one day after it's ours. And they have to stay overnight.
Okay. Y'all did the whole night.
The whole night.
That's good. That's good. Now, with your marriage, what has been the biggest challenge that you guys face, and how did you guys overcome that challenge?
I don't know. You said the holidays.
I would think it would be the holidays. Like when we first started talking, and we were like, for holidays, we were from when it was just us, it was okay because we can bounce from house to house. But having kids, we didn't want to do that. But when we first had JC, we went to my mama's, to like who else? We went to Tyler and Jody's, his friends, and then his family thing. And it was just nerve-wracking for me, and I didn't like that. So I told him we would pick holidays. I picked Thanksgiving because, after Christmas, when everybody get their gifts, they want to leave. After Thanksgiving, your belly too full, you're going to want to sit at home. You're going to want to sit and chill for a while, watch football.
Right.
So I picked Thanksgiving as my holiday. So Thanksgiving, I like to cook for my family and invite them over to come eat. And Christmas, we go to his family. Like we all, So that's been a big challenge. Like, honest to God, that really has been the biggest challenge. Like, other than that, like the little small challenges and stuff that we face them, we hit them head on together. We put a stop, we talk about it, and that's it. We don't go to bed mad at each other about it. I know that for sure. That's one thing we don't do, go to bed angry. So
that's good.
But that's been the biggest challenge, and that's crazy. But yeah.
That's good, because you don't think about it, but I can see how that can be a challenge, especially when you got this side and that side, and then you have to determine if you want to do it just you guys, your family. So I can see how,
and having big families on both sides, 11 families, daddy's side, mama's side, his mama's side, daddy's side, everybody's like glued together, like for real. It's a bond, like between everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's very challenging. And I know, like, mama used to get up. She used to hurt me. She was like, I want y'all to spend time with but mama, when we did this, we were back and forth. And, I'm sure this mama like, why don't y'all come to my stuff sometimes?
Right.
It's really hard. For yourself, we don't get to see y'all as much as we do. And y'all
I know.
But yeah, and it's crazy because I talked to your brother. Me and your brother had the same conversation about this. And he was like, it's hard trying to pick and choose what you want to do, as far as holidays and stuff. And it is, because you don't want to disappoint anybody.
Right.
But at the same time, you got to hold that together with it's your household,
Yes.
So yeah.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
So now, what advice can you give other marriages or relationships when it comes to finding time for their spouse or partner?
You want to let me talk? The advice I would give, you have to make time. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to, if you're going to find that alone time, you just got to make it. Work, in today's day, everybody about chasing money. Mm-hmm. But I mean, yes, it's important, and you got to have the money to pay the bills, but you still got to find the time. I mean, she can tell you when getting our marriage, I was never home. I mean, I was working all the time. so you know, you gotta make sacrifices and, you know, change some things up, and, you know, that. And, I mean, because if you don't, I mean, it's not, you know, it won't be pretty. So I mean, you just gotta make some changes, do what you got to do to make it work, and sacrifice a little bit, and, you know, and just talk it out and work it out and keep it moving.
That's good, Jeff. That's good.
And never go to bed angry at each other. You can't go to bed mad. You cannot do that.
That's good.
Yeah, you do have to make time.
I mean, especially if, you know, like we ain't going nowhere, so we need to just go ahead just to get this out the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. He always say, I do too. Married one time, that's it. They ain't doing no more.
Yeah, that's it. That's good. That's good. You signed your whole life away when we got married.
Oh, Sissy, you sound like him. He told me I signed my name out.
All right, now, Jeff, what do you value most about your wife? And Didi, what do you value most about your husband?
Oh,
I know.
What I value most about him is how he leads our family.
That's good.
I have ever told him that, but I follow his lead, and he's always saying, "You don't ever listen to me," but I really do listen. But I'm just Didi. I'm gonna try it my way first, and then I'm gonna do your way, even though it might be right. I'm still gonna try my way. But he's a good leader, like he really is. Like, so I know we bump heads on certain things, but I follow his lead. Like, I mean, I really do. I do. He may not understand. But I do. If I may not show it, he knows I'm gonna give him a hard time about it first. But today he said you just ain't listening to me. Yes, I am, but this is what I said, and I'm gonna try this. And he was right. He was right. But still, I like to try things my way sometimes, and then, you know, I'm gonna follow behind him no matter what. That's one thing about it, though. I'm sorry. Can I go back to that question that you asked before about the advice?
Yeah.
When he say if he's wrong in a situation, I know he's wrong. I'm not gonna tell him or embarrass him in front of other people. That's something you don't do. You don't belittle your spouse, your better half, in front of other people. When you get that alone time, you get in that car, you by yourself, you say, "Baby, you're wrong. Yeah. This is what you did wrong." So I mean, like, you know, but yeah, he's a great leader, and I will say, I wouldn't follow him if I didn't think he was going in the right direction. I wouldn't follow him at all. I wouldn't. And I look at him like how my mama look at my daddy. I know how my daddy leads. So I'm not gonna say I'm not comparing him to my daddy, but I like to see what my daddy has. It's in him too. Yes. So, you know, and I like that. So yeah.
That is really good. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once again, Didi, she's a great listener. Like, it don't matter. First thing, and she's kind of figured it out, because some days I have bad days. She can kind of tell by my demeanor when I hit the door. She be like, you know, she used to ask me every day, like, "How was your day?" And sometimes I'd be like, "I don't want to talk about it." So now she done kind of figured it out that, you know, if she should ask me or not ask me. But when I do need to, like I said, that release, because I mean, not just being a man with a lot of pressure, but being a black man, like, it's different encounters every day. So, you know, and she'll sit there and she'll lend that ear, and she's a great listener, and she'll hear me out to the end. You know, like, even if it's something she don't want to hear about, she'll listen out. So most thing I thought is like she's a great listener. So
that is really good, y'all. Oh.
So silly.
Okay. Now, as parents, you guys have decided to homeschool your children, even since they even were able to go to school. How and why did you guys decide this would be the best thing for your children?
Well, it all started with JC. We were living in Commerce. We were living in Commerce, And, you know, you can't pick and choose what school you want your child to go to. It's like whatever district they're in, that's the school they have to go to. I did not like commerce at all. I read up on it. And that's one thing I do. I do my research before I decide to do anything with them. Commerce, their grade levels and everything, they didn't even meet state expectations or anything. Like, it was just, they didn't even make the charts, I don't believe. And I was like, why would I want to send my child to a place that's not going to teach her anything? You know, and I know they have to be taught at home as well. You know, you just send them to school. Sometimes the teachers are just going to babysit and not do, you know, you have some people doing that. And, but no, I just wanted my kids to grow up in a home where we could teach them not only about what the school, state of Georgia requires, but about black people themselves.
Right.
Like, in the school books, like JC she does the online, you know, well, she just graduated from that program. And to be honest, I don't think, and I feel like they should have redone the textbooks. Not one thing about President Obama. I mean, unless it was a lesson I missed or something, there was not a lesson in there teaching her. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, you know, back then when it was hard for a Black person to actually thrive and be somebody. I mean, it still is, but I don't remember, and I want to instill that in my kids. And not only that, they need to be taught life lessons.
Yes.
Life lessons. I understand math, but it depends on what field they want to go. As they get older, that's when I think it should be broken down to what they know. But homeschooling, it's a challenge. It is a challenge. I will tell anybody, you have to have patience. With 4, you have to have patience. You do. Wow. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't even. I'm sorry, but I asked him if he had anything to say about it.
You have anything?
Well, I mean, myself, I don't agree with the way public schools are taught. I didn't even like it when I was in school because I don't believe in a blanket education. Every child's different, so it's like you take our kids, they learn different. Mm-hmm. So just because one kid thrives with an A+, they see the kid they may have a C or even a B- to not be as smart as the guy with the A+, well, maybe he just doesn't learn that way. So that's why I homeschool.
Yeah.
Because, and then too, like, we done built the foundation, so when they do, because Jason's getting ready to go into sports now, so now she has a strong foundation where she realizes that, you know, how she learns, and we understand how she learns. So if she doesn't get it while she's at school, she'll get it when she comes home, and we can help her out a little bit. So. And
speaking on what he said, all of our kids learn totally different. Whereas JC, you can put a book in front of her, and she reads it, she learns it. Okay, Justice, you have to sit, and she wants you there by her because she has I don't know, but she has a speech impediment. And you know, some schools, some people, when they hear her, it's not that she's not smart because she gets it. She may take a little time to get it, but because she has a speech impediment, they want to take her out of that classroom and put her in another classroom. I'm not saying that she may not need that help. Maybe she does. Maybe you see something I don't see, but I'm not teaching her you're different from anybody else. Everybody's different, but you're just as smart as that person too. You know, so I mean, each child learns different, and I understand that teachers can't sit there and teach, you know, each child on a certain level and all this, but I feel as if it should be something offered in the classroom and them not being called out. Because when someone comes out of that class, what are other kids gonna do? They're gonna pick on you because they're gonna be like, "That's wrong," and that's just how it is. I've seen it when I was growing up, and it's still happening. Kids are cruel, and it's not. I'm not saying that, you know, it could be. I feel like it's something at home that they don't like, or they just jealous of that child. They're not being taught something. You know, you don't go around picking on people. They see it happen, so they feel it's okay for it to happen. You know.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's good. Now, but with that though, do you ever worry about your kids not being able to engage or interact with kids that don't look like or act like them?
I do. I worry about that. I really do, because their personalities, it goes back to their personalities. Jace is real shy. She goes around family and she doesn't speak half the time, but she's just that shy person. And Mama said she's just like me when I was little, but I don't see that because I talk. but like she is, JC's she's antisocial sometimes. Justice, she sits back, but she'll join. Now Jordan, she's a social butterfly. She's different. She's very different. She'll go to anybody and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Not even knowing you. They some people call her Mama Joe because she loves babies, love kids. Like, and Jeffrey, he's an old soul. He speaks to everybody. He granddaddy. He granddaddy JC. I'm not telling you. Our neighbor, he'll see him in the yard. He threw up that hand. Hey, Mr. Lee. He's an old soul. He really is. He's an old man. But like they're all different. They really are. So yeah, I do worry about that, and I'm sure Jeff does too. But that's why we put them in sports, and But still, the kids in sports, they still their own person. Jason, she still sits back and watches you. Justice, she'll talk to you, but she waits. Mm-hmm. And Jordan, she just don't care. She really don't care.
Jordan will pee.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, what has been the biggest challenge in homeschooling your kids?
Patience.
I
had to learn that, and I thought I had the best patience in the world with 4 kids. I really did, but when it comes to them learning, I had to step down, and I get emotional because I remember one day I had to go in the room when all 3 of the girls started. I had to go in the bedroom, and I was like, okay, you got to pull yourself together. Is this for you? Is this not for you? And like, I really wanted to break down and cry. Like, I think I might even called my mama. No, honestly, God, Rokia had messaged me, and it was crazy because like, I don't even know what she had messaged me about, but she was like, how's your day going? And then that's when I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And then she was like, what? And I was like, this homeschool. And I was like, I don't know. And then she said something in the nature of, did you pray about it? She said, and it is for you. She said, you've done this long. She said, you've got it. She said, they're different. And that's how I said, yeah, they are different. And I went back to them being babies. JC, put the book in front of JC. She's going to read it. She needs help. She's going to call on you. She likes to see it. She's more of a visual learner. I sit her right there beside us. I sat between her and Jordan. And Jordan was like just starting. So I'm like trying to work with her on certain stuff, trying to figure out who she is, because she had this thing where I'm going to sit here for a minute. I'm not going to do nothing else. Like she was just that child, trying to keep her attention span. But patience. It was tough. I'm serious. It was tough. But yeah.
Patience. Jim, you got anything on that?
I don't. I mean, she handles, all the homeschooling duties, so I don't. It's not much I can speak on.
Very good. Okay, last question now. With the COVID-19 virus shaking up our world and kids now being educated from home, what advice can you give parents who are battling with teaching their kids and being around them 24/7?
It's crazy because some parents would post before all this started happening how they wish they had their child at home to teach them this. They would get frustrated with the teachers and that the teacher wasn't doing this, the teacher wasn't doing that. Well, do you know what your child is doing or how your child acts in school? They got a dose of what the teacher was actually saying. Mm-hmm. But not one time would I ever break down and say, give up. You have to encourage your child just like you have to encourage yourself to go to work every day and deal with those people that you don't want to deal with.
That's
good. You have to be patient with them. You have to learn on their level. And if you don't know, guess what? They have the internet these days. Or I'm sure that teacher was like, you could call me, email me, or whatever you need to do. But my advice to those parents, hang in there. Like, honestly, God, just hang in there. And I'm sure most of them did, and they did a great job of what they could know. Now, the curriculum is way different from when we were in school, and I had to learn a lot because the math and everything now, we do it the basic way. Now it's crazy. Bill Gates, thank you. But I would just tell them to be patient. You have to have patience. Learn on the level that your child learns on. Every child is different. And if they have older siblings, let them help. They know more about it than you do. I mean, don't force it on them, but and encourage your child. Like, and it's hard waking up in the morning, getting to school. It's something you're not used to doing. Getting at school and stuff, everything together. Make sure that work is done. Having to turn in. Like, I applaud the parents that hung in there and did their best, and I really applaud the teachers because I see a lot of parents saying, I'm ready for my child to go back. And I'm like, no, this is what your child does when they're at school. So you can't knock this teacher for what they're doing. So, but yeah, just, you have to encourage yourself and your child. So
what about that are around their kids 24/7? Because normally they're like, they have to go to work or the kids are in school. It's like, I'm around my child every second of the day. It's like,
and see, that's the thing, because I'm used to that. Like, I'm with my child 24/7. And I'm like, I had them, so why would it be a problem for me not to? It's the way I'm raising them up in my household. The way I'm raising them up, the way I raise them in the house, I expect them to go out and act the same way when they out in public, when they at the school. But yeah, that 24/7, some parents, like you said, some parents get off of work, don't even go get their child. Daycare. But yeah, like, I understand. It's hard. I know it was hard for some, and it's still hard, like, to 24/7. I'm like, now we go outside and spend hours and hours and hours outside. When we used to go into practices and stuff like that, and then I have my little me time with a couple of them while the other one practicing and doing this and doing that. But yeah, I understand that the parents get frustrated, and that, but it goes back to, you had them. The way you raised them, like, I don't know. What you think about that?
I mean, you got nothing else to say much. I don't know.
He's not here 24/7. So yeah, But yeah, I understand the parents. I do. I feel you and I understand you. But we also have to remember we had these kids for a reason. They ours. God gave them to us for a reason.
Right.
I don't know what it was. Like, you will learn as you go with that child. It's a learning process, and you still learn. Like, you learn that child as they grow in life.
Right.
But yeah, it's a process.
Well, that's good. Y'all have done so good.
Thank you.
Y'all are, I feel, I look at y'all and I'm like, they are like the best people, because when your kids come around like us, they no ma'am, yes ma'am, Julia, like Didi and Jeff got them kids in order. But I appreciate y'all being the parents that you are, because some kids aren't fortunate to have those type of parents. So I really appreciate y'all, being the parents that y'all are to my little cousins, so. I love y'all and I thank y'all again. It's been an honor to have y'all. Appreciate you guys taking the time out. Make sure you tell the kids I say hello. And to my followers or subscribers, viewers, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this video and channel. And as always, be blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.